Good day, everybody. This is JD. There is something that's got me in grave concern in this country. I have been thinking about what we experienced between 2008 election, when the new Congress came in, that were all Democrats, and the President Obama was sworn in, to the time of 2010. And I've been thinking about it. And one thing that I've drawn to conclusion is we had a problem during that time. See, our government is based on three branches that can neither overpower each other. And the ultimate decision on legality is the Supreme Court. Well, these three branches are to break up the government to protect the people. But between 2008 and 2010, we had something extremely, extremely terrible in this country. What am I talking about? Extremely terrible? Really, we've had a difference of... No, extremely terrible. Did we have three separate branches of government? I'm going to tell you no, we didn't. We didn't even have a House, we didn't even have a Senate, and we didn't have a president. We had the Democrats, a group of people controlling the House, the Senate, and the president together. Now, that's a scary thought that could even happen in this country. Part of the protection that the Constitution gives us is that they shall be separate and not combined. Actuality, if you listen to who was speaking for everybody, it was Nancy Pulaski, Speaker of the House, speaking for everybody, the President, the Senate, and the House. It appears as though she was pretty much running everything. Not our President, not the Senate, not Congress. Nancy Pulaski, an individual running 2/3 of the United States federal government. How serious was this? Listen to some of the things she said. Listen to some of the things the Democrats said about us, the people who said no. Compare them to what Gaddafi is calling the rebels in Libya. Pretty much the same thing. Same words were used. Yeah. Insurgents, troublemakers, this, that. Very simple. How about in Syria? The president of Syria against the demonstrators. What is words he's using? Yeah, they are pretty much the same words, aren't they? Actually, the Democrats had captured the whole government of the United States. There was not three separate branches. The Supreme Court was off on its own, and everything else was one, the Democratic Party. Now, I don't know if I would say, well, maybe this is a darn good reason for having a third party, the Constitutionalist Party. Or maybe it's a better reason to have a new amendment added to the Constitution that states that no presidential candidate can run for president who had served in an elected federal position in less than 5 years. In other words, for 5 years they can't be in the House, they cannot be in the Senate. Those ties must be broken. We can't have one branch of government for the whole country. like we did between 2008 and 2010. We the people had one tool that the Democrats hated more than anything else. We the people had something that was much stronger than the rebels in Libya or the demonstrators in Syria. We the people of the United States used that one tool to stop the Democrats in their track. And that's what we're doing right now. And that is called the Constitution of the United States of America. We took them out of power. We had a coup, a real coup. Took them out of power, put a stop, everything, right there, by just putting the Republicans in charge of one of the three entities of the federal elected government. It is stopped. Still, we do not have a government to serve the people, because neither the Democrats nor the Republicans have figured out yet really what we are angry about. But I want you people to think about that. Between 2008 and 2010, we did not have three separate branches of government. We had one political party, the Democrats, running everything. And they were running it as a group, a party, not as separate. How close we came to a real serious problem. Listen to the words that the higher ranking Democrats used against the people who stopped and said, no, we aren't going to do that. No, we are against that. No. They're the very same words that Gaddafi and the president of Syria uses against those people. Think about it. But like I said, we have a tool. That's why they're trying to whittle down the Constitution. They're trying to tear apart the Bill of Rights. Let them successfully remove one of those first 10 amendments, and every single one of them will fall like dominoes. And you say there's no need for the Constitutionalist Party. Come on. You say there's no need for a third party. We came so close to losing the government that we had. You just ought to thank God we had the Constitution that is so strongly in us that we will not lay down and accept the ridicule that the American people went through between 2008 and 2010. People, maybe we should start seriously looking at an amendment that requires all presidential candidates not to be able to have served in the House or Senate for at least 5 years before they ran for president. We must ensure that we do have three separate branches of government, and never again allow a political party to get so much control over this country. I don't know what to tell you. It actually scares me how close we came. We're not out of the woods yet. That's why I'm running for president. I am neither Democrat nor Republican. I am a constitutionalist, a person who believes in the Constitution of the United States, a person who sees a job that needs to be done, knowing I can do that job. But believe me, I'm dragging you with me. It's going to be us together doing the job. Your voice is going to be heard every single day in Congress. They're going to see a leader that they wish they'd never have met. And maybe we might get that amendment requiring that all presidential candidates cannot hold the office of a federal elected position within 5 years of the election to ensure the separation of government, to ensure that the presidential office or the executive branch is completely separate from the representative branch, Congress, and separate from the judicial branch. It's a horrible thing to look at what happened to the United States between 2008 and 2010. And we as constitutionalists, and I hope someday some other parties will join with me, will stand for the Constitution. Smaller government, a newer tax system that is completely different than what they have now, a fairer, more equitable, and ensure that every single person inside this country does pay their taxes. Every single person. That's why sales tax. It gets everybody. Doesn't leave anybody out. I don't care how you earn your money, how you make your money, how you do your living. When you have to buy something is when you have to pay your sales tax. So you could earn your money under the table, over the table. You can earn your money legally. You could earn your money illegally. Doesn't matter. When you buy something, you can be here legal. You could be here illegal. It doesn't matter. When you buy something, you will be paying taxes. You could be visiting on vacation, or you could be here for 100 million years. It doesn't matter. When you buy something, you pay taxes. You enjoy the privileges that this country has to offer. You pay some taxes. That's what it's all about. Government size is way too big. Government should be here to assist you, not to regulate us. Government should be there behind us so that we are strong and great. Government should not be on top of us holding us down. And government definitely should not be in front of us blocking us. We are the American people. Our freedoms are a lot different than anywhere else in the world, because our freedoms are freedoms from the government, not given to us from the government, but away from the government. The government does not restrict, is not allowed to restrict our freedoms. That's what I mean by freedoms from the government. It's not giving from the government, it's away from the government. And that is the freedoms we have that need to be protected. And that's what allows us to grow and be as great as we are. So people, we had a big problem between 2008 and 2010. A very scary, scary problem. And you say there's no need for the Constitutionalist Party. Come on, believe me.